Hello friends. So today we are going to see the topic Lenz formula or Lenz equation. So here we already saw in last lecture that we know that Lenz is a portion of transparent material bounded by two curved surfaces or one curved and one other plane surface. So formation of lens that we already saw. So see here it is a two spherical surfaces forms a portion of lens, and that is called as a convex lens that we already saw. So this is what the portion of the lens. This is surface 1 and this is surface 2. So here it is surface S1 and surface S2. You should remember that surface S1 is a part of this circle, so that is why this radius R1, which is from optical center, it is to the right, and so this distance is considered to be positive. That means R1 is positive. Similarly, this is second surface, that is S2, which is a part of this circle, and corresponding radius of curvature, that is R2, is considered to be negative. That we already saw. Now here it is convex or converging lens, how it functions, that we know that if in this a beam of parallel rays incident on a convex lens, all the rays after refraction through the lens approaches one another and converge at a point. See, these are the rays which are coming parallel. When falls or incident on convex lens, they converge at a particular point, and this point is called as a focal point. So this is working of convex lens. So what is axis of lens? So see, we saw actually lens is formed as a part of two spheres. So now here these two spheres have their center of axis and line passing through a center of axis. See, a line passing through a center of curvature of both the faces of lens is called as a axis of the lens. So see, these are 2 points which we call center of curvature, and the line which is passing through it is called optical axis. So note here, these 2 points are center of curvatures. The line when passing through these two center of curvature, this is called as axis of the lens, or we call it optical axis. And the point where it meets the first surface and second surface, these are called as the poles of the lens. And at the center there is a optical center that you know. So this is axis of the lens. So another type of lens we saw, that is a diverging or concave lens. See, it is formed with the help of two spherical surfaces. So in this case, when light travels from the object in this direction, the first surface is this, so that is S1. So this is S1 and this surface is S2. Now here, when we talk about the first surface, now this surface is a part of this circle that we see, and so that is why the radius of curvature of this surface S1 is treated as a R1, and it is negative, that you remember. Whereas for the second surface, radius of curvature is from this center, and this is called as a R2, where the R2 is treated as a positive because of it is to the right side of optical center. So these are the centers of curvature, and here this is a radius of curvature, this is optical center, center C1 and C2, and these are the radius of curvatures that we know. So here in case of concave lens, instead of converging the rays are actually diverging. So how it works, that let us see. The parallel rays, when incident on convex lens, they diverge, and finally all those rays which are diverging seems to be appear from a particular point, this point, and that is called as a focal point of the lens. Okay. So here optical center, see, remember that it is the point of intersection of principal plane with the axis of the lens. So here we saw the lens, here it is optical center, line passing through this is called as optical axis, and now we are talking about the optical center. So here it is, this is a plane that is called as a principal plane. So the point at which this optical axis intersects the principal plane, this point is called as a optical center. So these are few important things related to understanding the optics. So in short, we'll see the things. This is a lens. So these are the center of curvature. When line passes through it, it is called as a optical axis. So these are the poles. So this is the line which is passing through center of curvature. The point at which this optical axis cut the surface, it is called as a pole of the lens. There are two surfaces, so there are two poles, and here f1 and f2 are focal points. Now actually we are turning towards our main topic, that is a lens equation. But before that, let us consider the important concept related with the lens. See here, it is shown that this is one convex lens and this is another convex lens. But what we observe is that, so the distance between these two poles is very large. So this kind of lens is called as a thick lens. And this is a thin lens. Comparatively, as compared to this, the distance is very, very small. So that is called as a thin lens. That is one important thing. Now the problem is, while studying the equations and solving the problems, see, whenever light ray incident on the first surface, as the media is changed, so see, this is suppose having media having refractive index mu1 and this is mu2. So here the ray is refracted. So once it is refracted, again at this point the medium is changed, and so again there it is a refraction. So the question is what? That here we see the refraction is at 2 point. So while considering this lens, what should we think, that where from should we consider the ray is refracted? Either from this point or both point. This is a very important thing to be considered using thick lens. But when we consider thin lens, important thing which we are going to consider is that this thickness is very small. So here, in case of thin lens, the thickness of lens is neglected, and the object distance and image distance from and focal lengths are measured from the optical center. That means suppose here it is a lens, then we are considering this is optical center. So if object is to the left hand side, so this distance will be measured from optical center, that is object distance u. Suppose image is formed at this distance, then actually in case of thin lens we are going to measure this distance v from optical center, and here it is a focal point. So again we are going to measure this distance from optical centers. Now, so in this case, while considering the equation, basically we are going to consider the thin lens for our study. So here remember that in case of thickness cannot be neglected. Object and image distances are measured from two theoretical imaginary planes which have fixed position for a given optical system. That must be remembered. And the two theoretical planes which we are going to study are called principal planes, and point of intersection of these planes to the principal axis are called as a principal or Gauss points. So now for our study, initially we are going to consider only thin lanes in which the optical center, the poles are supposed to be at the optical center because of thickness is very small and thickness is neglected, and so that is why distance will be measured from optical center, that you remember. Here in case of thin lens, the object distance, image distance and focal lengths are measured directly from the optical center. Now we are actually going to study the lens equation. So for that, some conventions are most important thing. So sign conventions which we are going to see here it is. When we talk about sign conventions, let us consider an optical system. So here the lens is an optical system. This is our optical system. So we are using this lens to form an image of an object. So where the object is placed, now conventionally what we are going to consider, the object will be always placed to the left side of the lens. So that space is called as the object space. So remember that from the center of this lens to the left there is object space. Let us consider that image will be formed to the right hand side. So this is called as a image space. So here it is an optical system. This is object space and image space. Now whenever we measure distance of an object or image, so we should understand some sign conventions. So according to this, here it is an optical axis, okay, which is passing through this optical center. Now here this is a principal plane, the point at which optical axis cuts the principal plane, that is called as a optical center. Now we can see that this is optical axis, and this is basically principal plane. So let us consider here that this is optical center O. Now let us consider that this optical axis is along x-axis and this principal plane is along y-axis. So according to sign conventions, here this is from optical center, this is positive x-axis, and from optical center this is negative x-axis. Similarly, whenever we measure distance from optical axis, from optical center to positive x-axis, the distance treated is a positive distance. So remember that, in short, we can say this side gives the positive distance. Similarly, this is left side to negative axis, we have the distance measured from optical center or from, let us consider y-axis, that is negative. Similarly, when we talk, this distance is negative, so above x-axis, distance measured from x-axis above x-axis, it is treated as a positive, that is along positive axis distance is considered to be positive, that remember. So that means whatever distance from this axis will measure in upward direction, it will be treated as a positive. And similarly, whatever distance we are measuring below x-axis, that will be negative. So these are sign conventions. So remember that we often place object in object space. Now we are going to see the lens equation. So first of all, remember that what is lens equation and how to find or particularly prove that equation. So first important thing is that remember that, see, here it is the lens, this is one thing. So we are going to put the object to the left hand side. Okay, so object distance will be u. Now image will be formed to the right hand side, that distance is v, and how far or what is the distance of v will be decided by the focal length of the lens. So this distance is focal length. So in case of lens equation, actually we are going to study the relation between u, that is object distance, v, that is image distance, and f, that is focal length. First remember these things. Okay, so now it is clear that lens equation is basically a relation between u, v, f. So now let us see how exactly we get the relation between u, v, f. So see here, we saw this is an object, that is AB. So see from figure it is clear that this is optical center. So we can say that is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. It is at 5 centimeters distance to the left. So obviously the distance between C to B is object distance u. Then when light falls on this object, the rays are reflected from the object. So they go all in possible direction. So there are large number of rays, but for understanding we are considering the rays reflecting from the top of an object. Remember that, and it is sufficient to draw the image or draw the ray diagram for formation of image. So now when light reflects, see here it is, this ray is traveling parallel to the optical axis and reaches to the lens. Second ray, which travels in the direction of optical center. And now remember that whatever ray, the ray which passes through optical center, it never refracts, it goes straight. That is one thing. And whenever the light reaches this point, due to change in media, the refraction takes place. So here we see that the point D and C depicts that it is exactly equal to A and B. So remember that distance AB is exactly equal to distance CD. Both are equal. Because of this is important concept for proving the lens equation for convex lens. Now here after refraction, remember that after refraction the ray always passes through focal point. So the ray which is parallel to optical axis after refraction passes through focal point and moves in this direction. Similarly this ray goes straight. Now this is the point where they intersect each other and image is formed at that point. So remember that here we have AB is image. Okay, whatever the distance AB is there or length AB is there, same is length CD. Okay, and here we got the image having length A1 B1. So here it is object space, image is formed in image space, that you remember. image is to the right hand side of the lens, so distance is positive. Object is to the left hand side of the lens, so distance is negative. That means u, object distance is minus u, and image distance is positive v. So here it is, this is image distance v. Here it is object distance, that is minus u, and here it is a focal length. Now we have to find the relation between u, v and f. This relation we have to study. Okay, so let us consider this is one triangle ABC. Okay, so from figure we can see that AB is exactly equal to CD. So one important thing we should know, that is AB is equal to CD. That is one important thing. Now from figure it is clear that we see here it is a triangle AB. Now when the rays passes through focal point, we get the image A dash B dash. So now from here we get the triangle. So remember that this side from C to B, the distance is object distance, that is u. So remember the distance BC is actually image distance u. Then we can see from this figure C to B1, that is actually object distance. So that is B1C is object distance v. And from C to capital F, that is C to capital F, that is a focal length f. So here you need to remember that object distance u is minus, because of this is a primary thing. Now from figure we are trying to understand and prove that what is a lens equation is. Now see here it is, if you see the optical axis, you get the triangle ABC. The similar isosceles triangle is another, that is CB1A1. So here it is, this is image distance v, this is object distance minus u, and this is focal length. Now we have this triangle. So see, remember that we have the triangle ABC is similar to triangle this A1 B1 C, that it is similar to A1 B1 C. So these two triangles are similar. Now remember that this is a focal length, object kept is beyond the focal length, so the image formed is real, that means to the opposite side of the lens, and it is inverted. That means here it is a erect image, so image we get is inverted. So that remember that. So as we saw, that is AB is equal to CD. So from this we are going to see that triangle ABC is equal to triangle A1 B1 C1. So these two triangles are similar triangle. So from this we can say that ratio of AB upon A1 B1 is exactly equal to ratio of BC to B1C. So from this we can say that is AB upon A1 B1, this is AB upon A1 B1 is equal to BC upon B1C. See, so this is one equation which we have got. Remember that here AB is equal to CD. So now we are going to consider another triangle. So therefore here we see that in this case to the right hand side, here triangle CDF. So this triangle CDF is exactly similar to triangle A1 B1 F. So these are again two similar triangles. So from these triangles, here it is triangle CDF is similar to triangle A1 B1 F. So from this, here we can say that CD upon A1 B1 is equal to CF upon B1 F. So from this we can say that CD upon this A1 B1 is equal to this distance CF divided by this distance B1 F. Now note that distance from C, that is this C to B1, is actually image distance V. We have to see the relation between U, V and F. So here we got distance BC is equal to U, distance CB1 is equal to F, and here it is C to capital F, that is a focal length F. So here we got this CD upon CF. So here it is, this is equation 2. But from figure we know that this AB is equal to CD. So we can put here the value of AB also. So here replacing this, we get this equation 1 becomes, putting here in equation 2 instead of CD, we get that is AB upon A1 B1 is equal to this CF upon B1 F. So this is another equation which we have got. So let us consider this is equation 3. Now see, here it is. Here it is AB upon A1 B1 is equal to CF upon B1, and here equation we have got AB upon A1 B1 is equal to BC upon B1. So equating these two equations, we get from equation 1 and from equation 3, we get that is BC upon B1C is equal to CF upon B1F. So this equation we have got. But see, here it is from figure. If you talk about B1F, see here it is this distance B1F, how much it is? So actually B1F is CB1 minus CF. So we know, since B1F is equal to, here it is CB1 or B1C minus CF, putting this value in this equation, we get BC upon B1C is equal to CF upon. So putting this value in this equation, we can say that is from figure. Here we get that is BC is equal to U, but remember that this is minus U. So here it is minus U divided by B1C, that is nothing but V, is equal to CF. Distance CF is nothing but the focal length, so that is F upon B1C, that is V, minus CF is nothing but F. So we get this equation, and from this equation we can say that minus U into V minus F is equal to VF. This V into F, VF. So we got this equation. Now dividing this both side, so here we get from this minus UV minus, so we get minus UV plus UF is equal to VF. Now we are going to divide all these three terms throughout by UVF. That means here it is divided by UVF, here it is UVF, and here also UVF. So from this we get the equation, we get the expression, that is here it is minus 1 upon F minus 1 upon F plus here it is U and F get, that is 1 upon V is equal to VF gets cancelled and it is 1 upon U. So from this we can say, that is we have 1 upon F is equal to, so from this we get the relation, that is 1 upon V minus 1 upon U is equal to 1 upon F. So this is called as a Lenz equation, which gives the relation between image distance, then this object distance and focal length. So this is what Lenz equation which we have got. Okay, so now here important thing is to note that we get the same relation though we use convex lens or we use concave lens. That is important thing. And even though the object AB is kept between focal point and optical center, that means between this distance, if object is kept, we get the image which is actual virtual image and which is erect. That means here we got the image to the opposite side in case of convex lens, but if object is kept between focal length and focal point and optical center, you will get the image to the left side. So that is called as a virtual. So remember that image in this region is called as a virtual image and image in this region is called as a real image. That is important thing to note. Second, whatever be the type of lens, that means whether it is convex lens or concave lens, whichever we used, the image form, it may be real or virtual, the relation between U, V and F is always same. This is the equation by which these three terms are interconnected. Now friends, we saw the Lenz equation for convex lens, that is 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon V minus 1 upon U. Now let us try some problem related to this. So here it is, we have taken one lens system, okay, and you can see that this is optical axis, this is focal length F2, or here also this is a focal point, another focal point. Now we have to find out, see the problem is object is placed at 20 centimeter from the lens. So see here it is, an object is in object space. From optical center the distance is 20 centimeter, as object is to the left of the optical center, so the distance is considered minus 20 centimeter, that is U is equal to minus 20 centimeter from the lens. The image form is at 20 centimeter from the lens. So now the rays are coming to lens and after refraction they intersect at this point and the image A1 B1 is formed. So this distance image form is V is equal to 20 centimeters. So V is positive. Distance towards the right of optical center is considered positive. V is positive. The question is find out the focal length of lens. So we know the relation 1 upon F is equal to 1 upon V minus 1 upon U. We know that value of U and value of V. So first important thing that we must consider first, this is a convex lens and sign conventions we should consider. So V is positive 20 centimeter, remember, u is equal to minus 20 centimeter because of u is always negative, because of object is to the left of optical center. So remember that object is before lens and at distance minus u. So image is after lens, it is at distance plus v, and focal length of convex lens is again to the right of the lens, so that is plus v. So obviously object is kept beyond the focal length. Here it is focal length, and object is kept beyond the focal length. So image form will be real and it will be inverted. So using the same formula, now we are going to see, that is 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v minus 1 upon u. Now we need to put the values. Remember that sign conventions most important. So here it is u is 20, but in fact as the distance is to the left, so the value of u is minus 20. So remember that it should be minus 20 and v is plus 20. So here it is 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon 20 minus 1 upon, remember the value of u is minus 20, so here we need to put minus 20. So obviously that is equal to 1 upon 20 plus, this is minus minus plus, that is 1 upon 20, and that turns to be, see here it is 20, so denominator is common. So here we have to do the addition of numerators, so that is 1 plus 1 divided by 20, and that turns to be 2 upon 20, that is equal to 1 upon 10. So this is 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon 10. So therefore reciprocal of this, f is equal to 10 centimeter. So this way we can find out the focal length of the problem given. So now see, for sake of understanding, you can see that from figure also, if you note that, see here it is what's shown, this is optical center and we say it is 20 centimeter. If you observe on the scale, so see this is a first line, second line, third, fourth and 5. So between these 2 points there are 5 lines, that means in total 20 centimeters. So obviously the one division is of say 4 centimeter. So 4 into 5, that is 20 centimeter. So obviously to the right, image form is at 20 centimeter. That means from this one division 2, 3, 4, 5 and 5 into 4, that is equal to 20. And our answer is f is equal to 10 centimeter. You can understand here it is one division is 4, second division is 8, and at the center we get this, that means 8 plus 2, that is a 10 is the focal length in this problem. So this way we can solve this problem. So here when we talk about that image is real because of it is to the right of the convex lens. Second thing is, this is erect image and it is exactly opposite, so real image is inverted. And third important thing is that what is the size of image. So see, remember that magnification of the image m, magnification is given by v upon u. So here we know that v is 20 centimeter and u is also 20 centimeter. So 20 divided by 20, so magnification is 1. So the image object AB, size of object AB is exactly equal to size of image, and it happens then and only then when object is kept at distance 2f from the optical center. See, from optical center focal point is at f distance, f1, f2, and if we take or keep the object at 2f distance, the same size image will be formed at the opposite end, so that you should remember. This is another problem. See, object is placed at 10 centimeter from the lens. So that important thing is that the object is kept at 10 centimeter. So u is equal to minus 10 centimeter. This is an object to the left. Then the focal length of the lens is 10 centimeter. So focal length is 10 centimeter. So find out the image distance. So now here u is given, that is u is equal to minus 10 centimeter. Okay, we are given that is f is also 10 centimeter, and now we have to find out the distance at which image is formed. So that we need to find out. So here it is again, we have 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v minus 1 upon u. So therefore, putting the values of u and f, see from this we can get. So while solving this problem, remember that this is u, that is minus 10 centimeter. Now see 1 upon f, so f is 10 centimeter is equal to, we have to find out 1 upon v minus 1 upon, here it is minus 10 centimeter. This minus is most important. So from this we get, here it is, that is equal to 1 upon v minus minus plus, that is 1 upon 10. So now here from this 1 upon 10, that is 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v plus 1 upon 10. So we can say that 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon 10 minus 1 upon 10. So once this is the case, where the image will be formed, that you understand. See, here it is. See, this is an object. When rays travels, this is a parallel ray, and this is another ray which is passing through the center. So once it reaches here, then it refracts and passes through focal point. So here the ray is traveling through focal point, and remember that the ray which passes through optical center goes straight. It does not deviate or it does not refract at all. So now here we see that this ray is exactly parallel to this ray, and so obviously these rays will meet at the infinity. So naturally image form will be at infinity. So that means whenever object is kept at the focal length, image form will be at infinity. And here we see that 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon 10 minus 1 upon 10, that is equal to 0, and therefore v is equal to 1 upon 0, that turns to be infinity. So image form is basically a real image because of images formed to the right hand side. Obviously the rays are in this direction, so form image will be inverted, and obviously it is a magnified image because of the size of the image will be very, very larger than this, so image will be real. The image form will be inverted and the image form will be magnified, and it will form at the distance infinity. So this way you can find out or solve the problems. This is another problem. See, here it is. Object is placed between optical center and focal point. So this is optical center and focal point. So object is kept between these. Now let us consider how the image will be formed. So the distance BC is 5 centimeter, that is minus u. Now what is image distance? Now remember that normally we see that image is formed to the right hand side, but now this is a special case when object in case of convex lens is kept between focal point and optical center. Image form is at the left hand side, and so it is called as a virtual image also. So how it happens? Concentrate carefully. Now what is happening? When light falls on this, it will reflect the rays. So this ray is going parallel to optical axis and another one is going through center. So once it enters here, it refracts and passes through focal point and goes straight, and another ray which passes through optical center goes in this direction. So from figure you can see that these are not parallel rays, so they are diverging. That means going away from each other. This is going in this direction, this is going in this direction, so they will never meet each other. So the question is where image will be formed. So the image formed will be virtual. That means whenever this ray is extended in this direction and in this direction, it will intersect somewhere, and to that point the virtual image will be formed. So these rays cannot intersect, so no real image can be formed. So now it is traced back in this direction, and now this ray is also traced back. So this is the point where they intersect each other, and in case of convex lens, if object is between focal point and optical center, then image form is to the left hand side, image is virtual and erect, and this is what the image which is virtual image A1 B1. So that you should remember. Now we have the question: if object is placed between optical center and focal point at distance 5 cm from the lens, f is 10, find out the image distance. So we need to find out the image distance from optical center to this point. Again we have this formula. We have the object distance minus 5 cm, so u is equal to minus 5 cm, and f is equal to focal length. It is given, that is plus 10 cm. So putting the values from the formula, that is 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v minus 1 upon u. So we get 1 upon f, that is 1 upon 10, is equal to 1 upon v minus 1 upon minus 5. This is object distance. So obviously 1 upon 10 is equal to 1 upon v. Here it is minus minus plus, that is 1 upon 5. Therefore 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon 10 minus 1 upon 5. So here to find out v, for subtracting these denominators are different, so we have to make the denominator same. So that is why 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon 10 minus, we have to make this 5 also 10, so we need to multiply by it by 2. So therefore multiplied and dividing by 2, so 2 into 1 divided by 2 into 5. Okay, so this becomes 1 upon 10, sorry, here it is, plus so 1 upon 10 is equal to 1 upon v minus minus plus, that is 1 upon 5. So 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon 10, this 5 becomes minus, so minus 1 upon 5. As these base are different, so we need to solve it, that is 1 upon 10, we have to make the base same, so minus multiplied and dividing by 2, that is 2 into 1 divided by 2 into 5, so that is equal to 1 upon 10 minus 2 upon 10, and now we can see that 1 upon v is equal to minus 1 divided by 10. So therefore v is equal to minus 10 centimeter, and as v is minus 10 centimeter, minus 10 indicates that image is to the left hand side. So here it is shown. Okay, so that is what the case. So image form is virtual and erect image. So this is the special case. So now in this case, remember that image is virtual, that is to the left of optical center. Second thing is image is erect. This is the second case, image is erect, and image is magnified. Magnified means the size of original object is less than the image, so it is called as a magnified. So here student, we have to note that in case of convex lens, in some cases, depending on the position of an object on the optical axis, we get the real image to the right hand side, which is inverted. Okay, it can be magnified. Okay, second thing is that sometimes, or in this kind of case, if object is between focal length and C, then we get the image to the left hand side called as a virtual image, and image is erect. So that is to be noted. Now here we clearly see that this is original image, and magnified image here we get, that means larger. So its application is simple microscope. That means we know that we use single convex lens for magnifying any object, and that acts as a simple microscope. So that you should remember. Okay. Now let us consider concave lens. So how the image is formed in case of concave lens, let us consider. So this is concave lens that we know. Here it is the optical axis, and we know that whenever parallel rays incident on concave lens, they diverge. That means they do not meet at a focal point, they go away from each other. And now when they diverge, they seems to be appearing from a point, and that point is called as a focal point. So this is that focal point, and remember that it is to the left hand side. So in case of concave lens, whenever focal length f will be given, the value of f is suppose given 10, then you should always consider that f is equal to minus 10, because of focal point is to the left of the optical axis. So that you should remember while solving the problems. Okay, so this is focal point. Now let us consider the thin lens or lens equation for concave lens. The equation is same for convex lens as well as convex lens. So here it is problem solving, and here it is a concave lens. So see the problem. Object is placed at 15 centimeter from the convex lens, having focal length of 10 centimeter. Calculate the image size. So here see the diagram. Is image real or virtual? That is we have to decide. And is image magnified or diminished? So here it is a optical axis. These are the focal points, and we know that focal length of 10 centimeters is given. But remember that in case of concave lens, we should consider this focal point, and f will be negative. So here it is object which is kept at distance 50 centimeters. Here also you can see that this is one division of 5 centimeter, 10 centimeter, and 50 centimeter. So here object is kept. When light rays reflect from the top of the object, this is parallel to principal axis and this is passing through center. So obviously when these rays incident on concave lens, so we observe that the rays which incident here, instead of converging, as it is a diverging lens, it diverges in this direction, and the ray which is passing through optical center goes straight. Now here how images form, see when this ray is traced back the point from which it is supposed to be appear, so this is a focal point, and now this line is actually intersecting this another line at this point, and image form is here, so that you should remember. So this is image form I. So this way, using concave lens, the image is formed. So here this is object distance, that is u, which is given 15 centimeter. We have to find out the image distance, and focal length 15 is given. So from this formula we know that 1 upon f is equal to 1 upon v minus 1 upon u. Simply putting the values we get, so from this we have to find out 1 upon v, so we can say that 1 upon v is equal to 1 upon f plus 1 upon u. So remember, sign conventions are most important. So here when we put the value of 1 upon f, remember this is convex lens, and so that is why its value, focal length is given 10 centimeter, but actually it is minus 10 centimeter, plus 1 upon u, object distance is 15 centimeter, but it is to the left, so that is minus 15 centimeter. So therefore that is equal to minus 1 upon 10, this is plus minus, it becomes minus 1 upon 15. So here again the base is not same, so we have to find out the common base. So here we are going to multiply this, that is minus, so 3 into 1 becomes 3, divided by 3 into 10, it turns to be 30, minus, here to become 30 we have to multiply it by 2, that is 2 into 1 divided by 2 into 15, which gives us, this is minus 3 upon 30 minus 2 upon 30, and here we get, that is minus 5 by 30, minus 5 by 30, that is equal to 1 upon v, and from this we can say that v is equal to 30 divided by 5, minus sign is there, so that is equal to minus 6 centimeter, and image is formed at 60 centimeter to the left of 6 centimeter to the left of this optical center, and so that is negative. So we can see from this the image is virtual because of it is to the left hand side. Image is erect, so image is erect, and size of image is less than size of object, so we can say we get diminished image. So that is how we get the image in case of concave lens. So note that in case of concave lens, wherever the object is kept, so either object is kept here, that means between focal length optical center or beyond focal length, wherever we keep, image form is always virtual, that means we get image to the left hand side of the lens only, that you should remember, and it is always formed, image is always formed between optical center and focal length. So in case of concave lens, image form is always between these 2 points, remember that, and it is always erect and virtual. Okay, thank you very much friends for attending the lecture. Okay, bye.